week. But let's head to the Telegraph, and I've got to say, Ben English, the editor there, is on fire with some of his headlines. Of course, the joint's gone mad in relation to the ACT's cannabis reforms. Now we've got lowest wages are just the beginning. Bunnings busted underpaying staff. Hardware giant Bunnings underpaid part-time workers for almost a decade, with the retailer now scrambling to compensate affected staff in the latest wages underpayment to strike a major Australian company. The Wesfarmers-owned hardware chain, which raked in $12.5 billion in revenue last financial year, informed employers yesterday there had been an error in their payroll system code dating back to 2011. Now, this comes off the back of the underpayment of Sunglass Hut employees by $2.3 million, Super Retail Group, which owns Rebel Sport, and Super Cheap Auto Workers underpaid its staff by $32 million. Jared, this is an issue that strikes at the heart of employees in this country. No one likes to see employees ripped off. Now, they're saying that it was basically a computing error, but it's not a good look for an organisation like Bunnings.
No, it's not at all, especially for such a big company as well that has thousands of stores across the country, really. This employs so many employees, mums and dads, really, who deal with this money and need that extra part of paycheck. So it's crazy to think that a small kind of error in the computing system can change a couple of $100s for each family.
Tim, maybe they need to start giving away free snags on Saturday morning to make up for the PR disaster that this is causing.
Look, Peter, this is bad PR, isn't it? Particularly on the front page. As you say, a relatively small number at that, you know, perhaps owing $200 to people, but not insignificant to people. But of course, as you refer, what a sort of a punchy tabloid headline, that sort of reference to lowest prices only being the beginning, lowest wages only being the beginning. But we also, I think, before we leave that front page, we also have to point to the top right-hand corner. The usual Daily Telegraph slogan has had a slight change as well to "We're for the Giants," a little nod towards the grand final on Saturday. Very that rarest thing. And there's a cover wrap in Sydney as well, which actually puts AFL on the cover of the Telegraph, which if not a first is a pretty rare thing, I think.